We're headed out on our first ever RV trip. Do you think we packed enough? Come along for the ride. Let's go. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the RV Noobs channel. What is noobs? Everybody keeps asking. Noobs is short for newbie, which is another term for somebody who is new to a community, and we are brand new to the RV community. Thank you all for tuning in to this episode number 4, which is prepping for our very first, and I mean very first, I can't stress that enough, ever RV trip that we have coming up. And look, we may have overpacked, I may be overdoing it, and I appreciate everybody who is tuning into our channel. If you haven't checked us out before, look, episode 1, which I'm gonna put, I believe it'll pop up right here. Episode 1 was all about where to start, and we started, of course, at an RV show. So check it out, hit that link right up there. Episode 2, also, you'll see it pop up here, was comparing whether or not we wanted to get a towable or a drivable. We didn't come to a full conclusion, but it's fun comparing the two. So check that out if you hit that link right up there. And then episode 3 was if we decide to get a towable, should we get the trailer first or should we get the vehicle first? And now here we are in episode 4. Do us a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this with people of the RV community, and by all means, please comment. We've gotten some great comments on our other videos, and especially some of the comments were this, because we have not gotten an RV yet. We haven't decided exactly what we're gonna get, but the comments were, try it out. Before you put down all that money, try something. Rent something is kind of the key here. So we took everybody's advice and we decided to go ahead and rent. And before I get into that, we're gonna talk about all of these different things here that we got. I'm not gonna get into all the regular stuff like clothes and dishes and paper towels. That's, everybody obviously has to do that. But I'm talking about like RV specific stuff. And then of course we'll have this live / real-time unboxing of a couple of items that just arrived that I'm excited to get into and sort of see what they look like. Now, like I said, a lot of people said, go ahead and rent first. And so we had to figure out how we were gonna do that, right? Because where do you rent from, right? And you can rent from the places that sell them, that sell RVs, the big places, the RV sales lots. We decided to go with Outdoorsy. And if you're not familiar with Outdoorsy, and we weren't until we did some research, but Outdoorsy is like an Airbnb, but for RVs. So they are privately owned, and people rent out their own stuff to others so that they can use it without having to buy the things. So we thought that was a pretty good idea in the research. We felt safe doing it. Look, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little pricey, but I imagine even if you do it with those other places that rent them, they're gonna be pricey there too, because you gotta cover insurance, you gotta cover roadside, you just gotta cover tax. It's pricey. And so what we decided to do is, as I've said probably 100 times already, this is our very first time in our lives ever doing an RV trip. We wanted to make it as simple as we possibly could. So we wanted to go somewhere close. So we found somebody who had something that, if we were gonna do a trailer, somebody who had something similar to what we think we're looking for, because of course we're not sure yet. So we're looking anywhere from 20 to 26 feet. It's gotta be under our 6,200 pound threshold because of the vehicle that we have. Episode 3, check it out. So we found somebody close. They were only about 30 minutes from our house. Then we saw that there is a campground only about 15 minutes from their house where we're gonna pick up the trailer. And it's a KOA campground. Mrs. Noobs calls it KOA. I call it KOA, whatever. It's obviously a safe place to be. So it all seemed to work out. It was like, perfect, that's what we're gonna do. By the way, in our site, we got a pull-through site, one that has full hookups, sewer, water, and electricity. And it's in the middle of the day, middle of the week, I should say. and it's only for 3 days. I kind of compare this because we're not going on some big adventure, right? This is practice. This is for us to learn about what it's like to tow a vehicle or tow a trailer, the hookups, learning all of the basics, and then see what we like about it, what we don't like about it. What are some options that we may like about it? Do we want slide outs? All of those things, and we have to get a good feel for it, so this is a great way to do it. So we're obviously gonna make the best of it. Again, it's only 3 days. It's the middle of the week. It's just a simple tryout, if you will. So here is all of the stuff that we sort of have packed. And again, I'm not going through all of these things like hoses and extension cords, and you got your grill, and you got your charcoal and your lighter fluid, and I'm not going through all that. I'm going through the RV specific stuff that we got, that we know we're gonna at least need for this trip, but for sure for all the trips whenever we do get our own RV. So here's some of the things, and again, unboxing coming after that, so excited about that. But here's some things that I thought were interesting that we really needed. It's a simple first aid kit, right? Everybody's got to have a first aid kit. That's just obvious. We have one in our car, right? And if you see sort of a label on here, right? We're not getting paid by any of these folks. Obviously, we've got 12 subscribers. Nobody's paying us to endorse their products. But I hear people say that all the time, that they have to tell you if they are or are not endorsing products. We're not endorsing anybody's products. The stuff that we got, though, are at all the big box stores. Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, Bass Pro, and because we're retired military, some of them we got on an exchange at the base, or we got through Amazon. It's kind of surprising to me that there isn't really just like an RV store where you can find a lot of accessories for RVs, and maybe the places that sell RVs, maybe they have stores in it. We've never been to an RV sales lot because we're not ready to buy yet. So maybe they have all that stuff there, but I like to get my hands on stuff and be able to see stuff before I buy it. Some of them I just have to buy on Amazon because you can't find them, at least from what I found, at the places you would normally go. So here's just a couple of things. First aid kit, already talked about that. We got our own little toolkit, just all kinds of tools, just for whatever reason we may have. Now, most of these things that we got are because we watched other YouTube channels and they said, hey, these are some of the important things that you need with your RV and on your trip. So we thought, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. There may be some stuff that we're missing, and that's where we need you all to comment and help us out. But let's get right to it. We got this splitter, obviously in a simple little water splitter, right? So we're gonna connect that. One is gonna go to the city water, the hose to the city water on the RV. And then the other is gonna go to our regular hose here that we're just gonna use outside for rinsing stuff, washing hands, rinsing, whatever we wanna use it for outside if you don't wanna do that inside the RV to keep it clean for whatever reason. But this was really smart that you just connect it to your water supply right there, and you've got two different, of course, uses of water, which I think is brilliant. The next thing is the water pressure gauge, water pressure controller gauge, all that, right? Of course, this is gonna go on one of these right here, right? We're gonna connect that right there, and then the hose will go to the city water so that you don't send too much water pressure into the RV, because apparently it will damage RV lines if it's too high. From what we saw, we think it should be anywhere between 40 and 44 PSI. We're gonna find out, right? We'll do some more research, but from what we've seen, that's what we think. This is really important because it's not our RV, and we don't want to damage theirs. And of course, when we get our own, we don't want to damage our water lines if we can help it. Seems like a no-brainer, right? Disposable gloves, obviously super important, especially when you're dealing with sewer lines. And these are specifically made for dealing with RV sewer lines. Excited to have this. The RV that we're renting, they're gonna give us a hose and a sewer line, and of course the electrical connection, that's it. Nothing else, no other water lines or anything, so we have to be prepared. over-prepared. I know we're definitely way too prepared. Surge protector. This is a 30 amp surge protector. That's what this particular RV that we're renting is a 30 amp. So we'll put this, of course, in the power that we're getting from the campground, and then connect, of course, our power extension cord into the RV and make sure that we don't have any surges in the power, protect, again, the RV, the electrical systems. All right, and then the last thing I got in here is the water filter, right? So the water filter, some people use it, some people don't. We're not planning on drinking the water that is coming from the campground, but if you have to, you can because of this water filter. And this water filter is going to go on the line that's going to the RV in the city line hose. I don't know why they call it a city line. That's weird. You're not in a city. You're in a campground, but it's maybe that's why they call it that. But what we haven't seen is whether or not you should put it right at the water supply spigot, or you should put it right at the RV. I don't know that it matters, but we've seen it done both ways, but we never heard anybody say which one is better. We'll probably put it closest to the RV, just because, you know what, if you've got, where's that thing? If you've got the water pressure and you've got the splitter, and then I don't think you also want to put this on there, and then the hose, it seems like too much. So we'll probably put this at the RV to make sure we get decent water, not for drinking necessarily, but also for the water that you're going to use to wash your hands and take a shower and all that other stuff. Am I on the right track? All right, it's time to do a real-time unboxing of these items that I ordered but have not opened. Let's get right to it. Got my trusty little safety blade right here. This one doesn't seem like it needs it. All right, cool. Obviously, I probably knew what this was, but these are a couple of elbows, water elbows with washers. And so this will go into the RV, right? Stick that into the RV and then run your filter and then run your hose so that it falls downward, rather than sticking this right into the RV itself. This will keep it off of the RV just a little bit. Otherwise, you know, you could have bending in your hose or whatever you have connected. So we thought this might be a good idea. So we bought these off of Amazon, a couple of elbows there. Good stuff. Glad we did that. All right. Second item right here. Gonna open this up. Be careful, you never know what's inside. I can't remember exactly what we purchased, but we're gonna find out here. Ah, yes. A couple of chocks, right? Chocks for safety. Once you have that RV set up and leveled, good luck to us leveling for the first time. Put these chocks in there. Keep that thing from moving. You know, keep it from rocking when you're inside there, because you know you never know what you're rocking, right? You know what I'm saying? All right, so we got 2 of those. Just like so. A couple of chocks. I think we need 4. Right? No, I guess 2 in the back, because you kind of want it in the front too, right? Oh, I might have to get more of these. All right, anyway. Got a couple of chocks. Might have to, we don't have time to get any more. We only got 2 for right now. All right, last item to unbox. Don't cut yourself. Safety first, kids. Safety always. Safety first, safety last. Make sure you close that. Ah, yes. The level blocks. When I'm watching this, and everybody seems to have these, but I'm watching it and I'm like, doesn't the weight of the RV or the trailer, doesn't it just crush these plastic? But no, these seem to be pretty heavy duty plastic. So I got 2. Hope we got a carrying case for these things. 3, 4, 5. Good Lord, how many is there? 6. Get them out of here. 7, 8. Am I even counting right? Is there 10 of them? 10. Got 10 of them and a little carrying case. Perfect. So now I got these blickies, and they got little grips on the bottom, I guess, if you're staying on like something to grip it so it won't be slippery. You can just stack these however high you might need them. I don't, do you stack them? I guess you stack them. So wait, is this down? Is the little rubber things down? Directions. Looks to me like the rubber things are down. So you can stack them in all different kinds of ways, but we've got 2, 4, 5, 10 of them. So we got these now to help level an RV in a pull-through KOA campground. I doubt that we're gonna need any, but hey, it's good to have them. And also I saw some people, they would use them almost like chocks as well, right? You can stack them, say something like that, and then use that edge right there to hold, I don't know. We'll see, we're gonna play around with it, but those seem to be all the things that we have packed that we're ready to go. Of course, we're gonna have all the food and the clothes and the towels and the bedding, and all that is obvious that you're gonna need no matter whether you're going in an RV or not. You need all of those things, but that's what we have. So we're excited, man, can't wait. First ever RV trip coming up here in just a little bit. And of course, we're gonna document every bit of it and share that with you all in episode 5, which I think we'll title, our first ever RV trip. Thank you all so much for checking this video out. Please do me a favor, if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this with the people that you know, and of course, leave comments. Good, bad, ugly, suggestions, tips, all of that good stuff. We would really appreciate it. This is the RV Noobs channel. For Mrs. Noobs, I'm Mr. Noobs. We will see you on down the road.